get started, shall we? Hello. 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 Hi. Welcome to the stream. How is everybody doing? How's things? How's life? How's universe? How has your week been? What's everybody been up to? I remember to close Thunderbird this time so you won't get an annoying loud bong. Yeah. How's things? How's everybody's week been? As the title says, I'm not well again. When am I not? Hello Simon, how you doing, man? How's things? Hello John, how you doing? I am still alive, currently. We'll see how we're doing next week. Yeah. Me too. You've just recovered from COVID. Well, I'm glad that you've made a full recovery. It's wonderful. That's good. Glad to hear it. Good, I'm glad. Well, yeah. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. I am unfortunately having come off the steroids, what, a week and a half ago, going on 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm back to back to bad. And yeah, I'm having a lot of rehydration drinks today. Probably have another one after the stream, actually. Dear. So, yeah. Also today, my entire body decided it was a good time to be incredibly painful, especially my back. So, if I'm squirming in a bit, that's why. But yeah, I've been busy as always, including with my tools, because when aren't I? I hope you remember I showed the expert off, or at least my development version of the OSRTT expert, and I made quite a few changes. This is a little test line, but so this bit here is the light sensor amplifier. So there's a few things that are on this board that aren't on the other one that are let's say wrong. But also that this photodiode here, which is a Thorlabs FDS 100, I think. While this photodiode is bigger than the like has more active area than the ones that I use for the standard Pro, like you can see the little chip in there is bigger than one of those. You can see that on this one I use 5 of them. On the newest version of the Pro CS I use 6. And basically you have to pump the gain on the amplifier circuit an awful lot for that sensor, that photodiode to work, to do what you want, which unfortunately means that it's incredibly noisy. So I have just bought, and I only got it today or yesterday, this utterly luxurious photodiode, also from Thorlabs. This is an FDS 1010. This is 100 millimeters squared of active area as opposed to 13 on the other one, and it's just gorgeous. Look at that. Beautiful. So yeah, I need to well, solder the wires in. I think anyway. I don't think that these this loose connection is gonna work. And then do some testing with it. But yeah, I'm excited. Hello Chris. Hello I was gonna use your government name there, essentialist. Hello Joe, and hello Jim, and hello Ish. How you guys doing? You can just keep on not perishing. I'll try. difficult though, I must admit. It's getting more difficult. um, Patrick, hello, welcome. Good to have you. Ain't life grand? No, not really. um, how many megapixels is that? 0.3 recurring. Because like a CMOS sensor is that sort of photodiode, but 3 of them doped differently for the red, green, and blue, times then however many pixels it is. So that is a very, that is 1 megapixel. With a dash instead of a space. I've got a beer and closed doors so the cat doesn't destroy the house. Nice. And you are on time enough, Chris. Good job. So Fallout London just released No Time to Play, hopefully this winter. You interested in such things? I haven't played the Fallout games, at least certainly properly. I have a habit of really liking, okay, I think I've worked this out. I don't like games where traveling between places takes too long. GTA is an example where, because you have cars, sometimes planes, helicopters, all those sorts of modes of transportation, you can generally get from like place to place very quickly. But in something like Skyrim, for example, a lot of the exploration and like getting between places, whatever, basically just takes too long for the ADHD. Oh, was that last week? No, I think it was last week. Either way, I'm officially, yeah, it was last week. I'm officially autistic. I haven't got the paperwork yet, actually. Still, but yeah. If anyone missed last week's stream, there you go. I got some bits, birthday bits for the MG. Suspension lowering kit, coolant pipes, and wheel nuts. Nice. Are you fitting them tonight with your beer? The load times in Space Rim are getting annoying, and it's all cell loads all the time. I take it you mean Starfield. That's the one. Yeah, I've played Starfield. I completed it. Well, as completed as you can because it just sort of loops back on itself. But I've completed it. I've prestige level 1. And yeah, it was getting annoying there. Yeah. Wanted to suggest Fallout 2, which is by far the best Fallout, but traveling is long, but random encounters are amazing. Fair. Well, at some point, if I can make my brain engage in things that are new, which is difficult, I'll give it a go. Looking to upgrade my Switch to 2.5 gig, only needs 6 ports. Any recommendations? It's been a little while since I've looked at networking in general, but the I think most of the switches will be either 5 port or 8. So if you need 6, you should get an 8 port. You want unmanaged, because that's easier, and cheaper, and yeah. I don't have any immediate recommendations for you. I would look for um, probably still a somewhat reputable brand rather than you know, Amazon Special. And double check that it's not just like 1 or 2 ports that are higher than gigabit and the rest are gigabit. Make sure that you're getting all 2.5 gig. Because so the 10 gig switch that I have is actually 2 10 gig ports and then 8 what you call it? 1 gig ports. that works fine for me because I only really care about having 10 gig networking between my PC and my NAS that I edit off of. Everything else in the house can be 1 gig. That's fine. Although I do have, although it's currently not set up, port trunking for the dual NICs on my uh, sort of personal NAS to the Switch, which does do port trunking natively. So there's a bit more throughput for example, from my personal NAS to my PC, as an example. But yeah, double check that they are all 2.5 gig. So PUBG later, probably. My mate's finally bringing the big MSI monitor tomorrow. Nice. I've been like a kid at Xmas waiting for it. All being well, I'll do a review on it and use my fancy schmancy new benchmarking tools I've got. Wonderful. Well, as a recommendation when you're testing OLEDs, I keep meaning to do like some sort of guide, either written or video for this. But when you open OSRTT and it opens the window, hit Alt and Enter to make it a windowed rather than full screen, and resize it to be basically just as small as the sensor is on the screen. While the QD OLED that you're getting shouldn't be as big a deal, if you're ever testing a W OLED, as in a non-quantum dot OLED, you'll often find that they have really aggressive adaptive brightness limiters, which means that while the light level does go up to whatever set value, it then tapers back down, often quite quickly, which can... Sorry, loud motorcycle went by. Affect the accuracy of the results a bit. So you want to make the window size small, because then the adaptive brightness limiter is a lot less aggressive. Anyway, but yeah, enjoy. I've also got a new screen for my iPod today. Just waiting on my iFlash Quad Boy board. Nice. I generally use TP-Link switches from Amazon. I've got 4 of them. Had them about 3 years and 0 issues. Only gigabit though. I assume they have 2.5. Yeah, so I have, or at least before I got a few review samples and went a bit more pro with it, I was using the TP-Link 5-port unmanaged gigabit switches. I have 2 of them. I used to have one on my desk and then one over by... well, the router wasn't originally in there. The router was originally in the office. Now that they moved it for the fiber port, that changed a bit. But yeah, that I would recommend them, but obviously you're looking for 2.5 gigs, so yeah, not sure. I use Deco mesh routers as well. Interesting. I have Netgear Orbi and a Ubiquiti U6 Plus access point. Although, oh, that was some pain this week. So I have a CloudKey Gen 2 Plus, which currently works fine for recording the video feeds from the security cameras I have. Also Ubiquiti ones. Occasionally it drops off and I need to reset it, but it's mostly fine. So whatever. The problem is that the way that Ubiquiti does their whole networking side of things is it's all sort of software defined, which is great for customizability and whatnot. But if your controller, which for me is that CloudKey, let's say reboots and forgets its configuration, which it does a lot, then while all of the devices will still keep working because they're technically standalone, you just push new configurations to them from the controller. The problem is that if the controller forgets the configuration, when you then reset it up, it then thinks that the devices, so my UA, or the Switch 150 watt PoE and the U6 Plus wireless access point, they both report as managed by another console. So you need to factory reset them before it can then be remanaged. Also, I found out that U6 Plus wireless access point, if it doesn't have a communication to the controller, it pings Ubiquity's servers 200 times a minute, non-stop, endlessly. Which is kind of a problem because I have a Pi-hole, so I can see that happening, but also that Pi-hole handles all the DNS queries, and if you're using DNS mask, which is the sort of, secure way to do DNS, it can only handle 150 queries a second, and that pushes that over. So you start getting problems with the internet, which is annoying as hell. So I've reset it. I've readopted both devices. I've also made backups, so hopefully I can like set it up if it ever fails. But yeah, it's really annoying. And so the other thing is that you can use software. You can use Ubiquity's Unify controller software to do that, like in place of the cloud key. And I have two NASs that run 24/7, so I may as well just install it one of those, right? Yeah, I tried. So the problem is that the two versions, the version of the Unify software that is in the most popular Docker container for Unraid is an old version of the Unify software which does not support the U6 Plus. It supports the switch, but not the U6 Plus. That's too new. So I tried to upgrade it, but upgrade versions just like update the Docker container basically, or update inside the Docker container. Didn't work. Couldn't get it to upgrade, specifically because you need to upgrade the MongoDB version, and that just seems impossible apparently, especially because the version 3.6, which is the one that the newer versions of software recommend you use, although you can use a newer one, their GPG encryption key to download that version expired, and they won't issue a new key. So that's great. And then, after you get through that part, you then give up trying to upgrade it, and so you swap to a different one, but that one requires a separate MongoDB server, or like container running, which I couldn't get set up with the database that it needs to be able to work, so that just didn't work at all. And I went, okay, well I'll use the TrueNAS apps or charts version, which is also basically just Docker and Kubernetes. And yeah, that didn't work either. It wouldn't boot. The container wouldn't boot. It just got stuck in this. The network controller is starting up. Please wait. I waited for an hour. Still not there. So yeah, I'm back to using the cloud key for everything, which is fine as long as it stays connected. Which actually, let's check if it is or not. Okay, yeah, it is. Sure. US 8 PoE 150 is the switch. There you go. It's saying no clients, even though my phone is currently a client. Anyway, yeah. I think I'll remember that, but would you be able to just send that in a message or I can refer back to when I need? Yes. You might need to remind me. before we close out the stream, or send me a message now, and I won't open the message, but I'll, the notification stays so that I'll remember. ADHD, man. Hell of a drug. I have a 48 port HP Pro Curve PoE plus rack switch. I want to keep it, but I don't have enough devices to use it properly. Modern problems, eh? I've just realized my setup is going to look obnoxious as hell now. 49-inch ultra wide QD OLED, a height Y70 case, touch with 4K display, a height Q60 with a display. Gonna look like I'm having a midlife crisis. Yeah. Sounds like my Xiaomi light bulbs, 3 to 4 pings every 2 seconds to some Xiaomi website. So why do Xiaomi light bulbs ping so much? They don't have mics or cameras. It's all just telemetry, isn't it? It's all just what you call it? Pushing the. Come on, brain. Activity time, whatever. Also, it depends how you're controlling them. If they are local, then it might be pinging the server, asking for new packets, because the thing with it's an app. Yeah. So what I imagine is happening there is that it's re-adding relocating it, because if it doesn't have an endpoint address, and technically it's behind your router's firewall, so it might also have difficulty pushing to the bulb. So the bulb has to call back to the server, every couple of 100 milliseconds to check if it's there. I don't think so. I blocked the query and pile. I mean, fair. So when you do turn it on, do you see I guess you won't see incoming on the Pi-hole, will you? I'd be interested if you were to run Wireshark, filter just to the light bulb's IP address and see what communication is specifically coming in from your router when you do turn it on or turn it off. That'd be interesting. Chris, my experience with Ubiquiti software and hardware, it's only really going downhill. John, hey, I guess this is a tech question. You're one of the only Twitch streams where I can't lower the quality, which I need when I'm watching on my phone while working/driving. Can you fix that? I have to imagine that is because I'm using like low latency, which means that Twitch isn't doing rebroadcasting. I'm just gonna mute the whole site. I'm gonna need my 2-factor. Oh no, I'm logged in, so good. I'll have a look. Creator dashboard, I guess? Although I'm using Restream to stream to both. Stream Manager? Go away. Yeah, I can only do thingy. I've got low latencies turned on. So if I turn that off, does this mean that you can now change it? How about now? Don't know. How about you? Well, I'll leave it off for now, and you can see. Nah, it's because you're getting shafted and just an affiliate. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. I guess I'll put low latency back on then. Well, I tried. I could go mad with network gadgets, but I need to keep it nice and simple for the wife and kids because if the internet went out while I'm working, I wouldn't get any work done. Fair. Um, Partners and higher earning affiliates get transcoding. Well, there you go. Yeah, I only stream once a week. I don't have the energy or real interest in doing more. Even if I Wireshark it, wouldn't it be SSL encrypted? So it would be, probably, I assume. I would kind of hope so. Might not be. But it would still be interesting to see that push request, like that data being pushed to the bulb, rather than the bulb doing the like requests to the server. Um, yeah. Hey, apparently there are 3 people watching on Twitch right now. That's 2x more than usual. Did, does YouTube do transcoding for the stream? I have to assume so. Yes, because the small window size stream lets me change it from the 360p that it currently is in the little window. Oh yeah, Twitch is the thing. I know, right? You've got that biggest, dickest verified tick mark. I do. I was genuinely more excited for the check mark than I was the plaque. Because I've what like the check mark has been like just slightly eluding me the whole time. Like because they've changed what you need to do to get the check mark over the years. Like I've been on YouTube for what 12 and a half years. They've changed what counts as a verified channel over those 12 and a half years, and there were a couple of times where it wasn't impossible to, it wouldn't have been quite, I was like, it was just out of reach for the requirements that they had, whereas more recently they've changed it to just as long as you have 100,000 subscribers you get it. Because yeah, so yeah, I applied for that, got it, very happy. um, it's official, we're all now just paupers and peasants to you. No, I look down on my subjects piece. I mean, I look at you as friends and equals. G-Toro, which I have to assume is Gavin. Hello. How you doing, man? How's things? Good to have you. How is it having a member of my Discord up? And he just calls his Rolls Royce an Audi. Do you know what's funny? I genuinely don't like Rolls Royce because of the opulence. It's kind of the same reason that I don't really like supercars. Like I would rather have an understated Audi S4, maybe a slightly newer, slightly better condition one, maybe. Although I kind of like having an older, like one that I can kind of do whatever. Like I can put 3 mountain bikes in the boot and not care that I'm like scuffing the carpet a bit. You know, like I'd rather I subscribe more to Otto Alex's sort of. I'd rather have a shitbox that I can use and drive, or what's his name? Ed Bolian, founder of VinWiki. His sort of philosophy of buying the highest mileage supercar, whatever. Like the supercar part, no, because I really don't like standing out. But the like something like an S4 that I maybe put some money into, you know, that would be more up my alley than McLaren 12C. You know, you consider something like an RS6 a supercar. Well, it's certainly supercar money and it's certainly supercar fast. But I think generally speaking, the definition of the supercar is something that is like very visibly stand out and um uh you know, you look at it and go, wow, even if you're 5 and you don't know what, you know, an RS6 is. Like, if you see an RS6, you might go, oh, that looks murdered out and fast. But that's not necessarily the same as you put that next to even a McLaren 12C, which is about 60 grand. You know, an RS6 is 100 grand. Like, the RS6 is the more expensive car. It's also more practical and potentially faster. Yeah, probably. But you know, the you stick a kid in front of it and they go, "Wow, supercar!" to the McLaren, but not to the RS6. So I don't think that there's necessarily like monetary value or a very strict set of criteria. It's more, you know, well, as you say, more bling than performance. Although generally speaking, performance is normally a toted reason. I'm with you, and an estate sleeper might be my ideal car. I know, right? It's great. I agree with that. I'm very grateful to be able to get the newest cars and all the perks of mobility, motability. But I love a shitbox that I can tinker with and toy with and not be scared to mark it. Yeah, exactly. Like, I still wouldn't purposefully want to scratch or ding or whatever, you know, my car. Like, I still care a lot about it, and when I do, you know, curb a wheel by accident or whatever, well, I can now say this, autistically upset about it. But also, it is, I'm still, I've picked up 3 sets of wheels in it. I've, you know, like, I put mountain bikes in the back and I go mountain biking. I take it to the mountain bike places that are somewhat off road, and I don't care that if I might, you know, scratch up the underbody panels. I maintain it as well as I can, but it doesn't have to be, you know, showroom condition, and I like that. I like that I'm happy to use it. Performance is a side effect when trying to build a car to sell for 3 million euros. Yeah, you got to find a reason. I'd justify that price tag. Hello, Simon. Welcome. Um, uh, it's good. It's been a while. Having them up was fine. All socially awkward tech weirdos, but aren't we all? Yeah, pretty much. um, and can't wait to stick a quad rotor in my MG. Best of luck. I have to I uninstalled CS2. My computer runs faster now. Game crashes not as often. Interesting. Is that because you don't have much space in your hard drive left? Because that's the only reason that I can think that just having CS2 installed would cause your system to be slow and whatnot, while not open and running, is that it's just taking up space on your hard drive, and there isn't much space on your C drive, and therefore you're running out of swap space basically. Especially if you don't have much RAM. I need my 7-liter V8 motor. Hello, Alex. How you doing, man? How's things? Um, Debating to make a terrible decision of buying an Alfa Romeo 159 after selling my Mazda. I mean, why are you selling the Mazda? Aren't you like in negative equity over it? Like, with what money? Always wanted an old Escort van with a Cosworth engine in it. But yeah, 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 fair. Next at the wheel video. I bought the cheapest Rolls Royce on Facebook Marketplace. I'm not Hoovy. Or Alex. Look, bank of mum and dad. Hey, if it works for you. I find MX6 is worse than MX4 on a 5950X. Interesting. I know that MX5 was touted as not quite as effective. And I was trying to see if I can still see one of the packages. I have a bunch. Well, I actually have a bunch of Corsair TM. I can see that one. Whatever Corsair Stonewall Pace was. I've got a bunch of those, but I still have a couple of the Arctic. I think they're MX4s. Yeah, because MX5 was green paste, whereas MX4 is sort of silver. So yeah. Yeah. Pay off finance, sell, buy shitbox, be happy. Okay. Sunk cost fallacy. I just spent a fistful of euros on bar end mirrors for my bike. They shake more than the original with the two-cylinder. Can't see shit because of the vibration, but they look better. So stuff your logic. Fair. I mean, like well, I don't really get bar end mirrors, especially because A, I don't want to die on a motorbike, and B, like the way that like where I park my or where I did park my motorcycle is down the sort of alley that conjoins my house and my neighbor's house, and it is a fixed width, and so adding bar end mirrors, like making the bike wider, would be more annoying for me. So yeah, I left mine alone. But the ones on the SV650S were actually pretty good. They bolt onto the front of windscreen canopy, and yeah, they were remarkably stable. No major vibrations. No, they're not under the bar properly uh, up and not wider because of the shape. Though I know what you mean for some. Okay, fair enough. Twitch is nice enough to give me an ad. Maybe they give some kickback to Dr. Andy. I don't know that I've ever had a payout from Twitch. In fact, actually, do you know what? I had Twitch open a minute ago. Monetization. Well, there's the ads page. Will it be under settings? Affiliate? No? Okay. Okay. Account settings, maybe? Maybe? No. What's the payout limit? The payment threshold indicated on your dashboard. Well, it wasn't indicated on the dashboard. Yeah, I don't know. $100 minimum? Probably not then. I don't think I have any members or subscribers on Twitch. That's the word. Maybe I've had one or two, but yeah, no. Yep. I don't know. I don't use Twitch. But actually, I can go to analytics, can't I? Huh? 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 Or not? Yeah. The revenue for the last 30 days. Oh man, the revenue. The revenue for the last 30 days. But actually, do you know what? Let's leave some guesses in the comments, or in the chat. Take a guess how much in US dollars the revenue was for 30 days, which currently is 4 streams worth. 4 hours and 24 minutes streamed. Simon with a tenth of a pence. 8p, 10 cents, 3 cents. After their cut is minus $1.36. I don't have to conversion who's closer, Simon or Joe. It's 7 cents. 7 US cents for how far back will it let me go? Let's go February 2022. 906 days. Oh wow, okay, right. Almost 3 years. 134 hours streamed. 7 subscriptions as well. Take a guess at the revenue. We're in dollars this time. We are into dollars, not cents. We're into dollars. And 7 subscriptions, mind you. One of those 7 cents is mine. No, it is double digits. It is double digits. $13.42 and a pack of Space Raiders brackets pickled onion. 28.33. Basically, essentially this is right on the money. $15.95 for 134 hours of streaming. Yeah, so this is why we don't care about Twitch monetization. Yeah, $15.95 for 134 hours and 32 minutes of streams. Nice. Oh Jesus, that's bad. There we go. Oh. So yeah, I haven't ever had a Twitch payout, and by the looks of it, I won't for a very long time. So $5 a year, not even Macca's for your birthday. Exactly, yeah. Shame. I'm sure that if I streamed more and whatnot and had a reason for people to follow and subscribe to me on Twitch, you know, do bit donations and things, it'd all end up being worth it, but or that. But yeah. Stream tonight, sick PUBG sesh. Oh, do you really want to see yourself get humiliated that that way though? Dying over and over and over again. Me coming to your rescue, the sick headshots I'd get. To be fair, I'm still fighting to get monetized on YouTube. Absolute nightmare to qualify these days. Free work is always fun. Yeah, well, the thing, well, I get that at YouTube scale, just like the administration, I assume is a lot for them to deal with for channels that, you know, are only being paid the minimum, or you know, getting a payout every couple months, whatever. But also, yeah, don't get too cocky now. YouTube does pay an exposure. Kind of, yeah. Well, at least they're actually giving you your videos exposure in, you know, not just hypothetical exposure, like it's actual, you know. Anyway, what are the requirements now? Is it the whole like 4,000 views, 10,000 watch hours or something? Is that right? It's been a while. Well, I originally qualified pretty quickly for monetization, so back when the it was basically just, is your account verified, like an email attached or something like that. If yes, Andy, I streamed PUBG when I was 16. It'll cleanse my name, not embarrass me. Fair enough. But also, no, I'm too ill. Also cleavage. Thanks, John. 1,000 subs, 4,000 watch hours in 365 days, or 10 million TikTok views. It'd be funny if another platform's views counted. But fair enough. What are you on for each of them? I know, that's why it was funny. Yeah, what are you on at the moment? TikTok. I don't think I can watch a dozen TikToks, let alone a million. Or the same one a million times. Is live streaming, says they're too ill to live stream reviews to elaborate and stream. What can I say? Oh, some PUBG instead, exactly. 8,000 subs, 2024 watch hours, nice. And 1.7k TikTok views. Well, I hope that I hope that your watch hours continue to climb. I have noticed that longer videos tend to do a little bit better. That's a generalization. Might help. You sharting over there? I don't know how many views my sharts have. I haven't done one in a while. I keep intending to, because they do often do fairly well. Because YouTube's pushing them so damn hard. But yeah. What have I been? Fancy buying an old Glasgow subway coach for 5k. How and why? I assume I know the where. That's weird. Wonder what the turning point for long videos attention span of the offending gen. So I think the main thing is that if it's a 5-minute video, whatever, like 5 to 10 minutes, whatever, it's less likely to be promoted because uh, the percent of watch time is smaller, I think. Um, so, for example, if you may make an hour, yeah, it, because YouTube is pushing short so much, basically anything that isn't a video that you can put on sort of almost in the background while you're doing other stuff, becomes people would rather put a 1 hour video or whatever on in the background, uh, while potentially doing other stuff, than a series of 5-10 minute videos that they have to keep choosing each time. Or if they just want a couple minutes of entertainment between, whatever, while you're on the toilet, charts is the better option, in theory. That's not my opinion, that's what I think is happening. So I bet your house chores, lighting rig, build, etc. are doing well. I don't think they were particularly super popular. Let's see. I don't think it was super long either. It was only 14 minutes, yeah, like 500 views. Like for me, a lot about what the video is about tends to matter a bit more, but also there does seem to be some element of like long video means lots more views. So yeah. But also I keep, not making long videos because I keep like the content that I'm or the thing that I'm reviewing, whatever, it's just hard for me to waffle about it. Ish, you know that Essentialist is a child, right? I watch a shit ton of Insta Reels and then go straight into an hour-long YouTube vid. See, you're the problem. I've been doing short form content stuff, but only because I'm almost forced to just to get some engagement. Still hate them with a passion though. Yeah, same. I'm legally allowed to drink now in the US. Well done, you've come of age. It is funny in America that you can like join the army and whatnot at 18, but you can't legally drink until 21. You're 41. Nice, nice age segregation there. Well, that's like us finding out that what's his name? Not Joker, not always. That's it. Is 29 with a kid. I've broken YouTube. I clicked on a short by accident. A TechteamGB short though. Nice. Click the circle back button and the short audio is still playing. Yeah, that happens on desktop too. You need to refresh the page. Anything exciting coming up with both channels? Car stuff, no. As I've said before, like it is a back burner thing, and also like I am way too physically broken, at least right now, to do lots of physical things. In terms of what videos are coming up on the tech channel, I've got a laptop tomorrow, Nitro 5. And then AOC's 24 G4XE, which I was actually talking about last week, coming up on Monday. And then an SSD that's technically a 2-year-old SSD, but there's an interesting story to it next Friday. So that's what's on the docket at the moment. I've just had another Acer laptop and an Acer OLED dropped off. So they'll be out in a week or two. And hopefully I'll have the new latency tool done. This is, as you can tell by the capacitor solder to the bottom, a sort of test board. The new style, and also the new peripheral testing mode with a crocodile clip and some aluminium foil tape. Yeah. The bed cooler project is something that I'm still working on. Yeah. That's still probably a couple of good weeks away. I did get the PCBs for that. The problem is that I'm an idiot and I forget how transistors work, and I forgot to add inductors and capacitors to the network, so yeah. I've redesigned those boards. I'm gonna buy them again, like buy another two at some point, but I'm not currently... I'm still umming and ahhing over the design to make sure that I do it right. So yeah. Fair enough, Chris. I was talking about car content with LGR lately. He was like, after I review like 3 cars, I can get access to, and I either don't care or I can't get access to anything else cool. That's also part of the problem. Like, I could be pestering car companies. Like, I have 7.15k subscribers there and over 100k here, so I have enough pull to get review cars, and at some point I would like to, but also there is a bit of a limit to how much I can physically do. The amount of time and effort that it takes is quite a lot, and so yeah. Yeah. I'm legally able to drink in the UK now. That's horrifying. The passage of time is strange. Reminds me I still need to watch the Gen 4 drive review. It's been sat on my watch later list. Fair. When you've got a moment. John, he's 21 and quite autistic. And again, so am I. 21 out drinking in the UK are the old drinkers. Yeah, they've been drinking for 3 years. You know, you have quite a geriatric audience between me, Trooper, and Joe. Yeah, yes, I do. I can see the demographics on YouTube. I'm aware. It's fine. You bring experience. Yeah. I mean, there's just physically fewer young people, so, you know. It's getting too hot. I'm gonna have to turn the fan on. Apologies. Although the noise cancelling should mostly kick it out. No, I'm just old, no experience, I'm useless. Everyone has their uses. Autism attracts autism. It does. It does. Like all of my IRL friends are either diagnosed or it's pretty clear that they're on the spectrum. So yes, it does. I'm just here because of my looks. It's too hot. You've been in the same room for more than 7 minutes. It's too hot because I'm Scottish and it's 25 degrees in here. That's like... I'm involved in the over 30s daytime raves now because if I walk into a normal nightclub, it feels like I've walked into a school. Where open a damn window. Two are open in this room. Yeah, yeah. It's only the fan, not the air conditioning. Yep. And also, thanks for the resub. Blackout curtains, yes. There is space to go around them, so it's not like completely sealed, but also kinda yeah. That's why the fan's on, because it's the air conditioning unit, so it's when the fan is running, it's both blowing out at me and taking air in and blowing it out the window, which essentially creates negative pressure in the room to blow in or suck in cold air from the other parts of the house that are much colder, because windows are open and there's actually like a path for ventilation in there. So, yeah. I just live in a 16th century barn with single glazed windows and no insulation. Brackets kill me. Best of luck. For 4 more weeks, I should have enough for 4090. Nice. You'll get there. Any closer to finalizing the deal in the house? Kind of, yeah. We had some drama with the mortgage offer, which was annoying and stupid because the bank were just idiots. And I've had a few more communications from my solicitors. So yes, getting there. It's probably in the like next month. It's almost certainly in the next month category because it's basically the end of the month. But you know, yeah, closing in. I think they've shared the draft contracts, so they're waiting. Like there's a few unresolved questions, and then yeah. The bank was like, "Is any person who's a YouTuber run?" Kinda. Any closer to finalizing? No, I've already read that. Buying a house is the most stressful time of my life. Well, yes, for me, but also I'm buying the house that I've lived in for 8 years. So, yeah. Also, hopefully the landlord is sorting out some of the issues before they're your issues. Technically, no. Uh, especially the structural issue is something that I will need to pay for the fix for, but also I'm still like I do wish that I was getting a bit more of a discount than I am to sort of help cover that cost, but also like the what you call it this is still basically the cheapest house in the area, give or take. Um, so yeah. Thank you very much, Grumpy Boy. I am okay. I'm alive. Yeah, okay is a stretch. It's far too over the top stressful to buy a house nowadays. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Here the banks won't give you any kind of loan if you're running your own business. Well, that sucks. Happily, they're not so bad here. And also, I've been doing this for, I think, what, 8 years professionally? So, yeah. I wish, Joe. I wish. Fair chance. Ah, right. I think I'm gonna call it there. I am both too warm and too ill. So yeah, I'll see you. It's still the wrong account, Grumpy Boy. Yeah, I'll see you all next week, as always, assuming I make it. And yeah, I hope you all have a great week. Hope you all stay safe. Hope you all have fun. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for video, Monday for video, and next week for stream. Alright. Toodaloo.